A guten Erev Shabbos. Today's insight I am recording in front of the home of my dear friend, the illustrious Chassid, Rabbi Yosef Yitzchak Itkin, Olav Shalom, who passed away a few days ago. Rabbi Itkin, as a child, grew up in Crown Heights, literally next door to 770. Every spare moment that he had, he spent in 770 participating in farbrengens and davening and learning from the great Chassidim. 40 years ago, he moved to Pittsburgh with his Rabbi Gesundsein, and they purchased a home right next door to the shul here, to Lubavitch Center and to Yeshiva schools. In this home, Rabbi Itkin farbrenged, and he encouraged and he smiled to the men, the women, the children who came here to be energized and to be inspired by him throughout the 40 years, literally every single Shabbos. Rabbi Itkin related to me that when his father, Olav Shalom, was a bacher, he once spent Simchas Torah by the Rebbe's father. The Rebbe's father farbrenged with Rabbi Itkin's father and others, sharing with him the words that we say in the Hoshainus, Prachim l'kaimeima Hoshiana. We beg and we beseech Hashem to ensure that the flowers and the plants, the prachim, are upright and strong. The Rebbe's father translated that to be referring to the prachim, the flowers, to bachrim, teenage bachrim, who need encouragement and inspiration to continue to grow. Rabbi Itkin spent 40 years inspiring hundreds of bachrim, hundreds of talmidim, elevating them, encouraging them to take on a resolution to improve. And so many of them stayed in touch with him to his last day. My son related a story, my son Ari, when he was 14 years old, his birthday was on a Friday. Rabbi Itkin farbrenged with his class. And Rabbi Itkin related that once he had a birthday on a Friday, and the Rebbe suggested to him that he take on as a resolution to be Maver Seder, to read the Parsha of the week twice with a Targum. And he encouraged my son to take on that resolution. Rabbi Itkin had such an impact on my son that it's 12 years later and he hasn't missed a Friday where he's Maver Seder, all because of Rabbi Itkin's unbelievable connection to him and to all the Bachrim. Who will ever forget at the graduations how Rabbi Itkin spoke lovingly and specifically about every student and their qualities and how they had grown over their time in yeshiva. On a personal note, I'd like to share that for a couple of years, Rabbi Mrs. Itkin hosted my parents every single Friday night, and they treated them with such dignity and with such respect. They felt honored that my parents graced their home. So on a personal note, I say thank you. Hashem should help comfort the Mrs. Itkin and the Itkin family. We can only be sure that Rabbi Itkin is once again participating in the farbrengens of the great Chassidim and the Rabbeim, and there is no question that he is asking on behalf of his family that we should only know of brachas, and we should know of simchas, and we should know of parnasa, and all good. And he's also for sure asking on behalf of the Pittsburgh community and the entire Jewish community and the entire world. HaKadosh Baruch Hu should listen to his pleas and ultimately bring about the true nechama with the coming of Mashiach b'meir b'yameinu.